Between 100,000 to 8,000 before Christ era, it was believed that people first reached the America through the help of Ice Age because that time the sea was covered with ice which resulted to lowering of sea level and appeared the Bering Land Bridge, which served as connecting passage between Asia and America. As the time goes by, the empty land was filled with people until it formed a civilization. At the center of America, the civilization of Mesoamerica was formed, which extends from central Mexico down through Central America. It includes the territory of Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador.
During 1400 to 1500 BC, the first civilization in Mesoamerica was formed. It is the Olmec Empire. It is located in southwestern curve of the Gulf of Mexico, near the present city of Veracruz. Olmec Empire is a respectable empire as it was known as the mother culture of Maya, Toltec, and Aztec. These cultures, such as the Maya, Zapotec, Totonac, and Teotihuacan civilizations, have unique art, architecture, and cultures that separate them from each other. But many historians trace all these cultures back to their shared Olmec heritage. Aside from architecture, they also invented a calendar system, writing made up of carved inscriptions. Their land was gifted fertile soil. That's why farming is the main source of income. In fact, the name Olmecate, which means inhabitant of the rubber country. Olmec is a reference to the rubber production in the area where many of the artifacts have been found.
At the east of Olmec Empire, Mayan Empire was existed during 300 to 900 Christ era. It was declared that Mayan is the level of maxed out into society, as it established large city cells and their abundance was comparable to the civilization of Sumer of Mesopotamia. Most of the people here are farmers. Men farm while the women turn the crops into food. Farmers paid taxes and foodstuffs to support the city-state. However, they are not gifted with a fertile soil, that's why they built terraces to trap seed from the small rivers to plant crops. Meanwhile, at the north of the Yucatan during 1200 Christ era, Aztec Empire was formed. Aztec Empire became very wealthy from collecting taxes from conquered people. Aztec was ruled by a single emperor chosen by a council of priests and nobles. They were composed of fierce warriors using military conquest and alliance to build a huge empire. 1400s, the Incan emerged from the Andes Mountains and conquered a large area that extended over 2,500 miles down the Pacific coast. The Incas were ruled by an emperor who held absolute power and also acted as a chief religious leader and the son of the sun god. The government controlled the lives of people within the empire. Everyone has to speak Incan language and worship Incan gods. Incan's legacy is they built large and elaborate systems.
In every civilization, new discoveries happened from time to time. It is where the concept of intellectual revolution evolved. It is the period where paradigm shift occurred. It is where the scientific beliefs that have been widely embraced and accepted by the people were challenged and opposed.
It was observed that the Aztecs, Maya, and Inca all took education very seriously. Their civilization were supported by very intelligent philosophers and engineers, so education had to be a priority. The Aztecs, for example, implemented a standardized education across the entire empire to ensure that every child receive a quality education consistent with the needs of the empire. Aztec children, mainly those of nobility,
who continued school after the age 14 could enroll in the Military Institute or the School for Advanced Astronomy, Philosophy, Statesmanship, and Engineering called the Kalmikak. Medicine, science, art, and philosophy were all very important to all three civilizations, but the greatest priorities were on astronomy and architecture.
Moreover, the revolution is not always a smooth sailing journey due to diverse culture in Mesoamerica. Every empire were experiencing controversies. Scholars have suggested a number of potential reasons for the downfall of Maya civilization in southern lowlands, including overpopulation, environmental degradation, warfare, shifting trade routes, and extended drought. It's likely that was complex combination of factors behind the collapse. What is certain is that the Mayans didn't disappear in the aftermath of the collapse. Instead, cities in the northern lowlands region, such as Chichen Itza and later Mayapan, both located in present-day Yucatan, Mexico, rose to prominence. The Maya also established cities in the highlands region, such as Cumarcaj and present-day Guatemala.